my beautiful followers out there. So I'm gonna get right into this video. A lot has been happening since I last saw you guys. Obviously, if you keep in touch with my social media accounts like Instagram, you would know that by now I'm actually today, 25 weeks pregnant. It's been an amazing journey, and I'm here to share with you guys some of the things that I've been going through in my first trimester. So I've decided to make a video on my first trimester, and then a separate one on my second trimester experience. And then of course I'm gonna make one on my very last trimester experience because it's a long journey and I wanna take you guys with me. It's been an exciting one and it's been an emotional one. I'm gonna get very vulnerable with you just because I wanna be honest about this whole experience. I know that a lot of women out there only speak about the good things because social media can be quite judgmental in terms of pregnancy and mom shaming, things like that. To me, what's important is to stay true and transparent to you guys. Here we go. October the 17th, 2017. The magical date for me because that's when I found out I was pregnant. So the way it happened was my mom was here visiting. She was staying for about a week with us. Right at the end of her stay, it was like a beautiful afternoon around 5 o'clock and I had a laser hair appointment. I was rushing to get to my hair laser appointment because I had 5 minutes to get there. And prior to that, I was feeling kind of strange that week, I remember. I was doing my usual morning routine workouts, but I just noticed I was kind of bloated, like my abs weren't as tight. I was retaining more water. I also had really weird food cravings. The other thing that felt weird to me was peeing in the middle of the night. I never pee in the middle of the night. What is going on with my bladder? Even my husband Kevin was like, babe, why are you going to pee in the middle of the night? Anyways, prior to that, we had been trying for the last, I don't know, 3 months. And I was kind of sad because if you guys remember, we went to the Maldives in Thailand. So I kind of wanted a Maldivian Thai baby. I wanted to conceive our baby there and then have a Pisces baby because I'm Pisces and blah, blah, blah. But of course, babies come when they want to come, not when you want them to arrive. God has gifted me with this amazing miracle at the right time. Straight after we moved homes, I can't imagine being pregnant and having to move homes. It would have been absolutely insane. Not that a lot of pregnant women haven't done that before, but just for me personally, my body's really sensitive and I couldn't handle that. Every month, you know how it is, you just check that stick and you're like, oh, I don't think it's gonna happen. But this time I was like, okay, I've got 5 minutes to get to my appointment. I'll just check it. I don't know, things feel weird. I left it. Obviously you have to leave it for like 5 minutes. I'm walking around the house and then I came back to it. I saw 2 lines and my first reaction was, I'm pregnant, yes! And then my reaction was, I'm gonna be a mom. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. I literally took the stick and ran downstairs to the kitchen where my mom was. I was like, look at this, you're pregnant. I'm glad I did that because I would have gone to my hair laser appointment. You know, laser appointments are actually not considered safe during pregnancy, so I am so glad I took that test 5 minutes before going to this laser appointment. Obviously I had to call them and be like, hi, sorry, I just found out I'm pregnant. I'm gonna have to cancel my appointment. I actually didn't tell Kevin straight away because I wanted it to be just him and I. It was important for me to make this moment very special. Finding out you're gonna be a dad is kind of like losing your virginity, you know? You kind of want that time to be very special for you. I wanted us to have our own little private date night. Found out on the 17th and then on the 20th. I don't know how I did this, by the way. My friend was like, how did you wait? I couldn't have done that. I had to wait and hide this from Kevin for 3 days. And on the last day when my mom left, we obviously took her to the airport, we farewelled her, and then I had a whole dinner planned at our favorite restaurant near our house. And I told her, before we go to the restaurant, I just want to go by our house. I have a little present. And he's like, babe, I don't need any materialistic things, I'm fine. I hope you and your mom didn't go ahead and buy me some kind of crazy expensive watch. And I was like, Kevin, you know, bought this present. He's like, I don't know, I don't like materialistic things. I was like, Kevin, trust me, you're gonna want this present. You're gonna love it. But I didn't tell you guys that I had taken 2 more tests that day just to make sure. So in total, I had 3 tests. The first one I took, and then I took 2 more just to make sure I'm 100% pregnant, because I just couldn't believe it. So we get home, and I have this Chanel sunglass box. I put the 3 tests inside the sunglass box, and I just handed it to him, and I was like, there's your present. He's like, I knew it, it's a Chanel box. So I was like, Kevin, just open the box, don't say anything. So he slowly opens the box. The first reaction's like, these electrical watches? What are these? Wait, these are pregnancy tests. You're pregnant. Oh my God, you're pregnant. I'm gonna be a dad. I'm gonna add a photo so I can show you guys his reaction, because I had my phone and I knew his reaction would be crazy. So I literally snapped him in that moment. We went out to dinner. Although I told him I was pregnant, nothing felt real until we went to that first appointment. I don't want to blabber on too much. I know this is going to be a long video, but at my 6-week appointment, I was kind of nervous. Prior to finding out I'm pregnant, I fell twice. So once I was hiking with my mom at Running Canyon, and I slipped on the side of a cliff and just fell completely really hard on my back. The second time, I saw Hector gagging while I was in the shower, and I didn't want him to vomit on our carpet. So I ran from the shower across the wet porcelain floor in our bathroom to try to stop him from vomiting, and I completely slipped and fell like a pancake. Thank God everything was safe. There was no signs of damage or anything, any kind of bleeding in my uterus. It's amazing how much your body can handle. I think that's what surprised me during this pregnancy. I was so scared that, you know, it'd be so fragile. I would do something and it would just happen. I don't want to say the N word, knock on wood. But I mean, the whole journey, you can never feel 100% safe until you see that baby in your hands. In my first trimester, my body felt very bloated. I was like, what is going on? I was retaining so much water. My breasts were really tender. I was, you know, going to the restroom all the time. Weirdest thing that my body did, I don't know if most women felt this, but I definitely did. I remember waking up one morning and I felt my body preparing itself to carry my baby. I remember waking up, this might sound kind of gross, but I felt my ribs shift from here, from like where they sit right here at the front. They moved, they literally moved to the side to make room for the belly. Felt how loose they were, and that's all the progesterone, I believe, hormone that causes your body and your muscles and ligaments to be very soft and flexible. I remember I wasn't losing weight, not that I needed to lose any weight. I love working out. I would do 3 workouts and I would immediately notice my abs getting stronger, or I would notice my arms like toning up, but I didn't see any differences, and I was like, that's weird, my body's not reacting the same way. In terms of morning sickness, I feel so grateful that I never got to the point where I actually needed to vomit. I know a lot of women go through that stage, but I definitely felt sick. I remember sometimes sitting at the dining table and just feeling sick for no reason, like really nauseous. I wanted to gag. What's wrong with me? This is what I usually eat. This is what I usually have. Lentils, blah, blah, blah. I think something's not right. For me, fatigue was one of the biggest problems in my first trimester. I just noticed I was so exhausted. I couldn't do anything. At 3 p.m. I was done. I needed to have a nap because I just couldn't get anything done. I couldn't function. I was just exhausted, like I had just ran a marathon. And I think what that's got to do with is your body preparing itself. It's going to do all these changes, create more blood, accumulate more water, obviously start creating the placenta and everything. My body just needed a lot of energy to use for that. And I didn't have any to do all my usual tasks like cleaning the house, writing a blog post. I noticed that laying down and eating snacks throughout the day helped my energy, although I still had to take naps around 3 o'clock. But that helped for sure. So in terms of cravings, I definitely had those. Craving really strange things like a Korean bibimbap bowl. I was like, why am I craving this? I haven't even had one in my entire life. How can you crave something that you've never had before? That's so weird. I was craving kimchi as well. If you guys know what kimchi is, it's like a pickled, kind of like a probiotic, again, Korean cabbage. Of course, I craved pickles. That was like the #1 thing I craved. Pizza, which I hadn't had in like 5 years. Literally had 2 pizzas within 2 days. Why am I craving this all of a sudden? Usually I would restrict myself, but now that I was pregnant, I was like, I can't restrict myself. If that's what my body's asking for, I need to just listen to it and just give it what it wants. I just wanted nature to take its course, and I didn't want to get in the way in case my body was asking for certain nutrients. However, I was taking prenatals about 3-4 months prior to getting pregnant because I started trying, so I just wanted to make sure that I had all the vitamins needed for my body. If you guys are interested in the vitamins I've been taking, comment down below and I'll make a different post on that to help you guys out if you're trying to get pregnant right now. So when I found that I was pregnant, I had to seriously do some research on the things I could eat and things I couldn't. For example, they said you can't eat rosemary, you can't eat raw meat. It's not that I was eating that before, you guys know, but still, it's interesting to know. And things like alfalfa, whatever they call those leaves, you can't eat them because there's some kind of listeria problem with that as well. And I had to watch out for cross-contamination with deli food. So it just all became this new awareness of health. What I noticed that helped me the most was crackers. Just plain crackers helped my sickness, and then pickles helped me a lot. It just hit that point in my body. Something to do with evolution, but they say that your body craves more carbs such as pizza, crackers, breads, things like that, because it's a way for your body to digest the food, and your body knows it's safe compared to things like leafy greens. You know, there's always contamination. Even if it's organic, you could get some pesticides. If you don't get pesticides, you get animal manure on them and things like that. So they knew that simple carbs were safe. I also noticed that my senses were just quadrupled. For example, I was in a restaurant with Kevin and I was like, who's eating tomatoes? Those smell like really good tomatoes. And I was like, on the other side of the restaurant, someone was having some Bloody Mary drink. I was like, how did I smell that? That's crazy. My tastes have increased, so just the thought of eating certain foods that I loved before, I just couldn't bear the thought. It would make me feel sick. One of my favorite dishes was the Thai green curry with vegetables, and I just couldn't eat that. I don't know why. Just the idea of it made me so sick, and I still can't eat it. So it's definitely been a way of accommodating to my new lifestyle. As you guys may know, in terms of workouts, I was a complete gym junkie. I loved being at the gym every single morning at 9 a.m. and I always did some kind of intense workout, like a spin class, or I ran, or I did some kind of Pilates class. But in my first trimester, I just got so tired and I just couldn't do it. I just walked, you know. It helped a lot. I just took Hector around the neighborhood and just walked with him. When I did get my energy back in the second trimester, I tried doing stuff that I shouldn't be doing, and there's a reason why your body doesn't want you to work out to that level when you're pregnant. That's why you get tired, because your body's trying to tell you not to do it, but me being crazy and missing working out so much, I decided to do it. So that was another whole scare. And the second trimester that I'll update you guys in my next video. But not to worry, my first trimester was okay. I was extra cautious because I was still getting used to the new things and I don't want to do anything that's unsafe for my baby. Thank God I had no scares. I know some pregnant women get a little bit of blood during the first trimester. Your first trimester, for those that don't know, is your 1, 2, 3 months of your pregnancy. Thank God I had no scares, but my biggest scare, I would have to say, was the prenatal testing, where they actually have to take blood from you and they have to test for things that are just really serious, like Down syndrome, any possible, you know, autism and things like that may run through your DNA. Even if you do, you can't freak out. It only happens if your partner is also prone to the same thing. So that really scared me, you know, just waiting for the results, just making sure your baby's safe, your baby's healthy. The other problem I had was my OBGYN. So my doctor was a very good doctor, very famous, that worked for a certain family that all have recently had babies, and that didn't turn out as well as I thought. I just thought that going to celebrity doctor would mean you get the best service, you know, you get the most experienced doctor, but it didn't turn out that way, and we actually were really unhappy. I'm gonna talk to you guys more about that in my second video. But don't be afraid to speak up. If you're in your first trimester and you're not happy with your doctor, don't be scared to change, because you'll regret it later on when you're further into your pregnancy. So I had to have the guts to find another doctor at 3 months at the end of my first trimester. I'm so glad I changed. Hormones! So let's talk about hormones now. No, Kevin should talk about this part, not me, because he probably knows better than I do. I was a little crazy in my first trimester. Well, it's because your body's just, you know, getting used to the crazy amount of estrogen. I was just reading a book recently and it talked about how the amount of estrogen you have during your pregnancy is more than you ever have in your lifetime. That's pretty crazy, right? So I was infused with a lot of estrogen, with a lot of progesterone, and a lot of relaxin, I believe it is. And that just made my body go crazy, because obviously there's fluctuations and your body's trying to get used to this whole new level of... Okay, I apologize for the disruption. Welcome to my world. I just had to use the restroom. Can't get through a video. Can you believe that? So in my first trimester, I definitely had very hormonal and emotional moments. I would have days where I feel very excited and days where I was kind of scared of being a new mom. You know, I doubted myself if I was going to be a good mom, and I had days when I hated my body and wasn't feeling comfortable with all the things changing. I had days when I felt alone. Nothing could really prepare you for this, no matter what they say in books or what people tell you. It's just, you have to experience it yourself. It's a journey that you have to feel and go through in your life to really understand. I also couldn't tell you guys about this for the first couple months because I had to protect her, to make sure everything was okay until I got through her blood test. I didn't want to jinx it, so I just wanted to make sure that I knew she was okay before I revealed the big news. So I had to wait until I was 20 weeks pregnant before I could tell you guys. Just not being able to share this with anyone just made me feel kind of isolated as well during my pregnancy. Although my hormones are still crazy because now I'm approaching my third trimester soon. And then my last month of my second trimester, I know that this is a blessing. I'm so excited to have her here. I just love her so much. I have absolutely no doubt it'll all be okay. And I know your motherly and woman instinct just knows what to do. You just feel it. You don't even have to read a book. Back in the day when women just lived in the jungle or in a cave, just kind of knew, right? You just pop the baby out with no help, no doctors. Think about that. Some women actually still do that around the world. That's pretty amazing. If you just know what to do, everything will be just fine, no matter what. I had to really learn to embrace my body and become comfortable with the changes, kind of adjust to the new lifestyle of being pregnant. There's a lot of things I can't do anymore and a lot of things I can't eat, but I'm totally okay with it. It's all worth it. And just knowing she's in there and she's growing and she can hear me right now, oh, it just melts my heart. I'm so happy. But if you're out there and you're pregnant and you don't feel 100% happy, or you're going through moments where you're doubting yourself, or you're scared, it's totally normal. I want you to know that you're not alone. And although some of us may not talk about this, it's definitely a journey and it's an emotional roller coaster. I'm here to tell you that it's okay to feel that way. Your hormones are just raging through your body. You're supposed to feel that way. I don't want you guys to feel like I'm being ungrateful. I know that some women just try for so long to be pregnant, just able to naturally conceive, and for that, I am forever grateful to God. So let's talk about physical changes now. When I started my pregnancy, I was about 98 pounds, which is around 43 kilograms, I believe. And what's crazy is that your placenta is about 2 to 3 pounds, your water retention is about 2 pounds, and then you gain double the amount of blood, which is insane. Something like 3 pounds of blood. So it's just outrageous how much extra stuff you need in your body to be able to carry another human and make it grow. At the end of my first trimester, I think I got from 98 pounds, which is 43 kgs, to 102 pounds, which is 46 kgs. Just starting at a weight where you feel comfortable will actually help you, one, gain less weight, which is better for the baby, but also make you feel more comfortable throughout your pregnancy. For me, more than gaining weight, which I don't care, is something that I had to just overcome. You can't look at the scale because you know your body is healthy as long as you're eating the right things and you're not going out and eating burgers every day. You know that the weight you put on is healthy weight and is nutrients for your child. The best part, according to my hubby, is this. Moving to a D cup was a very interesting experience. I had to change all my bras. I couldn't wear certain tops I used to wear. Traveling, I don't know if you guys remember, but for Christmas I went to Charleston and then Miami. That just seriously took a lot out of me. Usually I'm fine, I just travel internationally and I love it, I have no problem. But it took so much out of me. I became so emotional, so nervous and hormonal. I lost the plot. Poor Kevin, he had to deal with all my crazy breakdowns. I'm so grateful for having him as my support and love in life. It definitely helps when you have someone that loves you and is excited about the journey as much as you, but is patient with you and understands that, you know, you have to adjust to these new things and some things are not in your control. You just you lose control and it's beautiful. So the highlight of my first trimester was hearing the little heartbeat. Oh my God, it just melted my heart. I was like, there's something inside me growing and it's got its own little heart. It makes me cry. The highlight of my second trimester is probably feeling the first kick and finding out the sex of the baby. And I'm going to tell you guys more about that in my next video. It's been such an amazing journey so far and I'm so happy. I hope that I still have some energy to keep you guys as updated as possible. I'm currently working on my baby shower and I've been reading some apps, also started reading some books. Any information from all you experienced mamas out there, welcome. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you have any questions, don't forget to contact me and I love you so much. Hope you enjoyed this.